Throughout this coursework, we have utilized a diverse amount of technologies in order for us to produce our media products. The research of our film included a variety of different extensive techniques in order for us to secure our genre and storyline. We searched through a large selection of trailers of different genres using YouTube. As it is an easily accessible and well-run network, it was a vital source specifically for this research task. We found 5 trailers that we took inspiration from, all inside the horror genre. This helped us to understand the popular conventions of a horror trailer, such as jump scares and a vivid contrast between the slow beginning and a more fast-paced end. This guided us on how to present our storyline without giving too much away. Creating a questionnaire using the Google Forms program consolidated our ideas to attract our audience and helped us to adapt to what they would expect to see in a horror film. Having the questionnaire on Google helped us to get a large number of responses, as we could display on Google Classroom, an app that is frequently used by our target audience of around 16 to 20-year-olds. We presented our findings on Weebly by creating a genre case study, as well as showing how we analyzed and compared each of the different trailers to what we hoped to achieve in our final product. We also displayed our analysis of the results of the questionnaire and how this would help us to plan our trailer. For our magazine, we wanted to use a company specifically relating to our genre. By typing in horror magazines into the Google search engine, we came across many different popular brands, eventually deciding to use the American magazine Fangoria. From looking at front pages, we could clearly spot correlations in the themes and layouts, such as the comic strip effect, helping us to visualize how we wanted our magazine cover to adapt to the brand's conventions. The planning process was essential to ensure all aspects of our film suited our overall concept. This included costume, props, and locations. In order for us to find an appropriate forest location to film, we used Google Maps, as this would help us to consider distance and environment. We wanted to find an area that would be easy to travel to and had the right surroundings that fit the spooky atmosphere we were trying to create. Weebly also helped us to create a website with information on our cult that we used to introduce our supernatural villains in the beginning of the trailer. The website also helped us to record how ideas were developing through its blog program. We also created a storyboard to enable us to visualize our trailer and ensure the scenes flowed nicely. To create our script, we used the program CellText, as this helped us to build up our story and arrange our scenes professionally. To carry out the construction stage of our film, I used a Canon EOS 700D with an 18 to 135 meter lens. This lens presented with an image stabilizer, helping us to smooth out vibrations, especially when filming without a tripod or in low light. This was particularly useful in our house scenes, where our characters were only exposed to light from a few home lamps. Furthermore, the lens has a zoom of 0.39 meters, helping us to achieve multiple clear close-ups of our protagonist's face, which we used thoroughly within our trailer. Throughout the filming stages, I kept the camera in manual mode, so that I could adjust the aperture for more focused shots or to change the point of focus within a scene. The main editing software we used to edit our trailer was Final Cut Pro. This program enabled us to use a variety of techniques to produce our final product, such as the blade tool. This helped us to cut down shots to the most important material. It also enabled us to add transitions to create a flow between the different scenes and text screens to help us build up the storyline. Final Cut Pro allowed us to layer multiple soundtracks over our footage and adjust the volume so it could gradually increase, further helping us to build up suspense and fade in and out of the variety of different sounds. This was especially important when changing between the sad music at the beginning to the more eerie sound as the story built up. The layering structure also helped us to add sound transition, such as our commonly used explosion effect, helping us to smoothly change between the scenes.
They call themselves Gloria.
For our soundtracks, we decided to use the non-diegetic sound, For What It's Worth, by the band Think Up Anger, which we came across from searching through YouTube. The soundtrack builds up from a slow pace to a fast pace, which we found would be useful to correlate the pace of the beginning scenes to the end. The beginning slow sound also features the voice of a female singer. We found this an efficient way to link both parts of the trailer together, as the backtracks have similar types of beats, despite the distinct differences in their overall sound. We also incorporated a voice recording of our protagonist screaming and merged it with the end of the soundtrack to create more dramatic effect.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear.
From the research we had done, it was uncommon to find backing tracks with singing in horror trailers. However, we thought the style was eerie and so fit the genre well. Taking inspiration from Sinister, we decided we wanted to incorporate a video call between the protagonist and a professor-like character to give the audience more information on our villains. To do this, we used Skype. Placing 2 computers in 2 different rooms, we were able to easily and successfully record a Skype call between these 2 characters. During the editing process, we discovered multiple shortcuts on this app to provide us with quick results, such as pressing B on the keyboard to blade instead of clicking through the drop-down to find it, improving our time efficiency. Furthermore, Final Cut Pro included many different filters, such as Prism and Bad TV, which we used to create the shaky effect during the rapid pair of shots at the beginning and on our title. We also used the effect Cold Steel to add a gloomy effect on our forest scenes, creating the spooky atmosphere we were set out to achieve. We were also able to adjust the brightness and saturation to further create this environment. To film our news report, we used a green room to add a suitable background to make our scene more realistic. We downloaded a free background template from the website Movie Tools to complete the scene, and added banners and complimentary subtitles to further characterize the report using Final Cut Pro's editing software. We also used the iPhone's voice recorder app to film our voiceover. The voiceover, we believe, really helped to portray our storyline to the audience and create flow within our trailer. To create our ancillary text, the main application we used was Adobe Photoshop. This helped to separate our different images into layers so that we could edit them separately using different tools, such as the Quick Selection tool, which helped us to cut out the specific images we wanted. We could also adjust lighting using brightness and contrast, as well as add text and replace color schemes. For our evaluation, we were given the task to be creative to visualize our answers, which is different from the lack of creativity in our AS evaluations. After writing our evaluations, we once again used the voice recorder app to record ourselves reading out our answers. For question 3, we took inspiration from the Fine Brothers YouTube channel. It came up with the idea of a React series. This is where they get people of different age groups to react to popular videos. Many other YouTubers, such as BuzzFeed, have since used this idea in their content. We gathered 5 random people from our school to sit down and give their honest opinions on our trailer. We used the green room to add a forest in the background to correlate the overall theme with our media product. To take the pictures for our evaluations, I used my Canon EOS 700D once again. Final Cut Pro also helped us to edit these scenes and our other evaluations together.